So anyway, it's 7:45. I've just got my morning business done and haven't even started breaking camp yet. Last night, woke up at 2, which isn't unusual. Got up, went pee. 2:30, still awake, realized I was hungry. So I made a packet of potatoes. 3 o'clock, the wind was blowing. I could hear it up in the trees. I couldn't feel it down here. It was super peaceful. And it wasn't until around 4:30 that I think I finally got back to sleep. No complaints about my neighbors, either the weekenders or the hikers. Everybody was quiet by 8:30. 42 miles to the highway where I'm going to get off, and I think I need a day off, like a real day off, where I spend a day just eating and laying around in bed. All right, 8:30. Once I got up and moving, got camp broke pretty quick. Thermometer said 60. I imagine it's going to be a warm day, but feel good. I've got my plan. 42 miles to the highway. If I do 20 a day, that puts me there ready to get start hitching early Tuesday. And I've got I was planning on skipping that town to begin with. So since it's only 2 days, I've got plenty of snacks for both days, plenty of food. Ready to get after it. I expect today and tomorrow to be really pretty. Coming from that way. It's a nice cool morning. Didn't mention my backpack feels very light this morning. Coming from that way, and 2017, I remember this being one of the prettiest areas I saw. So that's the Rock Mesa, the south sister of the three sisters, middle sister, and up there is the House Rock. I think it's either that one or that one up there. Hopefully that's all showing up well on screen. So it might be one of those days where I'm constantly getting my camera out. That's all right. Coming from that way. I'm not going to go find out why, but over there is Devil's Lake. Why is it Devil's Lake? Maybe I'll look it up someday whenever I'm going back watching these videos. I'm going over there. Coming from over there, then walking next to this big rock pile. Going over there. Coming from in there, had a little bit of trees. And I'm going that way. Quite a few dead trees around. Heading down that way. Gonna get some water. It's good and clear. On the map, up that way, they have glaciers marked. So that's probably why we still have flowing water right now. Coming from that way and that way. And this just reminded me that 2017, I thought this was one of the prettiest stretches, but that it also ended with a long walk across lava rock that had my feet hurting. Not yet, but it's coming. Coming from that way. Going over that way. Came from that way. Now I'm going uphill. Coming from that way. It's been a lot of burned area. Pretty sure that's still the South Sister. And I'm going up that way. Coming from that way. South Sister. Middle Sister. And I didn't think that was the North Sister that I saw a while ago. I think I was on the wrong face for that. Came from that way. Getting out of the burn area, and it's starting to be a lot more enjoyable. Several of these meadows, views of the sisters. This is all right. The trail's over here. I'm not sure why they're not on it. From the horse droppings in the trail, obviously everybody else rides their horses on it. Clear water, so I'm going to get me some to drink. Coming from that way. I passed the Southern Sister. Still going past the Middle Sister. I'm going that way. Maybe it's the rain that they had, but lupin's starting to bloom again. Going that way. Going up from that way. Got another shot of the South Sister. Getting close to the Middle Sister. And ought to be getting to, going that way, Obsidian Falls before too long. Coming from that way, there's the Middle Sister. Had some steep uphill, a lot of these little meadows. I've been finding little chips of obsidian. Here it is striated with something else. But I am in the obsidian limited entry area. I'm seeing great big chunks of obsidian. And I'm getting close to Obsidian Falls. Walking on pine needles mixed with flakes of obsidian just doesn't feel the same. This is the creek that feeds into the falls, although it doesn't look like nearly enough water. And then it might taste like feet coming from that way. And here's the sister spring that feeds the creek. And there's a whole lot of rock going that way. I think that's the middle sister. That's the north sister. And that's little brother. Heading that way. Coming up from that way. Coming down from that way. Middle of a mile of downhill. Get to go down that way. Now I get a mile and a half of up. That's kind of be my day today. It's a little bit after 3. See if you can. It's kind of hazy out there. Coming from that way. Going that way. A lot of trees laying down, but there's plenty standing up still. These are pretty big. Hiker for scale. And then I think I've already done this, but you don't get to see that side of a tree very often. I am getting to walk on pine needles again. See, I don't only complain. I am going uphill though. Coming up from that way. You see all that lava rock? I think I'm fixing to walk on that. And it's a little bit after 4. I heard a bunch of thunder from over there where the clouds are getting dark. So I might be changing my plans for the day again. Coming from that way, going over there, and still hearing a lot of thunder up there. Starting to feel drops. And I've got 1.25 miles to a spot where I can make camp. I was laughing because I kept putting my poncho towards the top of the pack, and it looks like it's a good thing. I'm going to stop, put the rain cover on, and get the poncho out. Just came up a bunch of switchbacks. I'm heading over there. Shame the weather turned off bad. This really is cool up here. I'd like to be able to get more footage. I'm going this way, but I'm not sure if I'm going over there. Hey, it looks like the path might go over there. I think I'm just about done with the uphill. It's funny, all I could do was laugh, and I'm actually kind of enjoying myself, even though this isn't exactly the best weather. I think it's neat. I know, all day, and this is what I'm going to get the most video of. You can see the darker rock and the redder rock underneath it. And then, wow, that's really bright. I think that's snow over there. As hot as it's been getting, I can't believe there's any left. Looks like they're getting more rain over there. I don't know, just kind of an interesting way to end a day. I think that's the spring that I'm going to get water from. And then they say that there's campsites somewhere uphill. So I think the trail goes over there. I'll look. Oh. There's the spring. I saw a tent over there, or a tarp. People said up the hill. That's not very specific, because everything is up the hill from here. Well, I saw a faint path, and it got more distinct as I went up. There's lots of campsites up here. That one's nice and big, but it's not that level. Rain's starting to slack off, so I'll pull off the poncho, find me a place to camp. After all that, the sun came out. I don't know if the rain's done for good or just for now. So I'm going to take this time to go get some water and set up. After I'd said that, thunder boiled up and started raining again. It was raining pretty good. But I took my poncho with me and saw I'm still good, and I made sure everything was in the tent. So now I'm going to make dinner. Probably not much else worth videoing, but I will if it happens.